Good evening. It's your boy Chili Chill. Welcome back for another episode. Tonight, I'm out here to show you guys how to catch striped bass at night using lures. I'm in an undisclosed location in the Bay Area. It is the outgoing tide. I got my Shimano Grappler Type C paired with my Stella FK C5000 XG. This one has 40-pound Power Pro Super Slick version 2. Tonight I'm throwing a Mag Darter double white Yozuri. This is on a duo clip, no leader, straight to braid. I'm going to talk about the Yozuri Mag Darter and what other kind of lures you can throw a little later. Or we could talk about it now. These are my favorite lures that I like to throw at night for striped bass. Let's start it off by showing you some of these floating baits. This is the Mag Darter. Whenever I buy baits, I like to buy both dark colors and bright colors, one of each. You never know when you need them. These Mag Darters are floating jerk baits, or not really jerk baits. I'm not sure what you call them, because they're kind of like a jerk bait mixed in with the popper. So it's because of this lip, kind of hard to explain that one. These are the more traditional floating jerk baits. Here's the SP Minnow bone color. This thing is killer. I dipped the tail in chartreuse. Also got a blurple one here. Works really well. Both of these are floating, so when you stop reeling, these actually float back up to the top, and then you can work them back down. I'll explain a little bit more about colors a little bit later in the video, so just stay tuned in. A lot of these lures, they make a lot of noise, like the SP Minnows, they rattle. The Mag Darters, they rattle. And then of course you got your rattle traps. You got your top waters here. You have a mini glide bait right here, your bucktails and your paddle tails here. Top waters are always nice. I also dipped this one in chartreuse. This is a Breachway Bomber, 2 ounce, I believe. This is a Bomber Badonkadonk. This is a very good top water, very loud as well. Everybody knows this one. This is a Cotton Cordell pencil popper. Also makes a lot of noise. And then we have our S-Waver glide baits right here. These don't make any noise. Got your bucktails here that don't make noise as well. Always when you use a bucktail, make sure you put on curly tail grub, or even a swim bait, you know, a paddle tail. It's always good to have that little extra flash. It also creates a little bit more vibration too. And of course you got your paddle tails, you got your dark one. I always use underspins at night because it just creates a lot of vibration, so fish can pick up on that. Sometimes you need that all white with the chartreuse tail dipped in this stuff right here. Dip and Glow, chartreuse garlic, I believe. Yeah. And then you got the good old proven Z-Man chartreuse paddle tail here. So when it comes to lure choices with noise or no noise, it depends on the night. If you're fishing in the bays and there's a lot of wind, or not a lot of wind, but there's wave action, there's bait busting on the surface, then you want to go ahead and use these loud lures, the ones that rattle. Ones that rattle a lot, rattle traps, okay, even these top waters. Just because they vibrate, they clink and clank, they make a lot of noise inside. So when they're swimming in the water, it attracts a lot of fish through all the other noise that's going on, you know, all the wave action and people talking and bait fish busting around. But then you got those nights where it's very, very quiet. You have no wave action, you have no noise at all, or no wind at all, and then you can hear a mouse fart. Nights like that, you want to throw something a little bit more quiet, because all these rattles and stuff will actually scare them away. So you want to stick with lures that don't rattle. Like this thing doesn't rattle. The S-Wavers, they don't rattle. And the way that stripers detect bait fish at night is they use their lateral line. So long as this thing is moving water behind it, creating a disturbance, the fish can pick up on that. Even the slightest movement coming from a bucktail, from the curly tail, can actually trigger off a bite from their lateral line. So if it's a really quiet night, you want to throw quiet lures. Just like your bucktails, your S-waver, your paddle tail, these are all quiet. They're not as loud as the jerk baits and the top waters. Before you do go on a night trip, I recommend that you pack light, because you know it's dark and you want to know where things are at. If you bring a lot of stuff at nighttime, you might lose stuff because, you know, of course, it's easier to lose stuff at night. So just keep it simple when you go night fishing, okay? When you do go night fishing, I recommend you go a couple hours after it's been dark. Don't go right as the sun's going down. The fish need time to adjust to the darkness and start hunting in the dark. They kind of need to adjust to it. So you want to go a couple hours after it's been dark already. That's the best time to go. Also, when you do go fishing at nighttime, you kind of want to be quiet. You don't want to talk very loud. You don't want to make any low frequency sounds like thumping around with your boots or anything like that, banging on stuff. They can actually feel the vibration before they hear you. So that's one thing at night that you don't want to do, is be loud. Another thing at night that I notice a lot of night fishermen do is they shine their headlights into the water as they're fishing. You don't want to do that, okay? What you want to do is keep that light off as you're fishing, trying to catch a bass. And once you catch one, then you can turn your light on just to see what you're doing. That way you don't lose track of the fish and lose it. That's the only time that I turn on my headlight. Other than that, I'm fishing in pitch black. I turn it off. Or if you have the red light headlight, that actually works really well too. The red light, I don't think the fish can see it, so you can actually use that, but it's not as good as the white light, of course. And let me think, what else? That pretty much covers everything that I missed saying in this video. But anyways, let's get back to the fishing. All right, guys, you can't really see much at night, so I'm gonna turn the camera off. And hopefully the next time I turn my camera on, I got a fish on. Fish on. Nice little one. So striped bass are more active at night. They are nocturnal animals, and the bigger ones like to come out at night, especially into the shallows. They come in there more often at night. Let's go ahead and swap lures. Let's do a Z-Man paddle tail with the underspin cool baits jig head. Fish on. Now when you're fishing for stripers at night, you want to work the shallows. And you want to slow down your retrieve a little bit. It's probably like a 19-20. So yeah, you want to slow down your retrieve. Type of lures you want to use. You want to use loud lures. Lures that vibrate. Top waters work good. Any lure that makes noise or vibrates. Fish on. Good fish too. Yeah, that's a nice one right there. Probably 24. So when you guys are throwing lures, you want to use lures that rattle, that clink and clank, that vibrate a lot, like rattle traps. Top waters splash and chug on the surface. You can also use underspin jig heads because they vibrate a lot. As far as colors go, if you have any kind of artificial light, or a crescent moon, half moon, or full moon, you want to throw what you throw normally during the day. Your whites, your chartreuse, your yellow, those all work. My only rule is if there is no artificial light at all and there's no moon, then you want to throw your dark colors, your dark blues, your black blue, your June bugs, your dark purples, your green pumpkin, and black. Black is also the most underrated color for lures. They work in daytime and nighttime. Fish on. Another one hooked up. See if I can get a flip. So when you fish at night for stripers, you kind of want to use a little bit heavier gear, maybe 30-pound, 40-pound braid, just in case you run into some big ones. And you want to retrieve it instead of off the bottom, you want to retrieve it mid-column to top of the surface, because the stripers at night are on the bottom looking up. So that's what you want to do, okay? You want to work the mid-water column to top water column. Hooked up again. Flippy. The best thing you can do is get out there and try your luck. And hopefully my tips and tricks can help you catch a striped bass at night. Just lost a good one. I just lost a good one. That thing was a beast. Looked like a 20-pounder. Got off at the last second. Just shown. Got another one. Alright guys, I've been out here for about a little over an hour. Caught a bunch of fish. I don't want to be out too late. So, till the next video, you guys. Peace out.